Alright, we are back for the divisional round of the playoffs. The last game you guys saw me cast was the Lions at the Dallas Cowboys for the wild card round. Now we have the Lions moving on to face the San Francisco 49ers. These 49ers are a tough team to play, and Detroit is going to have to be on his very, very best game if he is going to be able to top them. However, the winner of this game will likely have to go into Minnesota. So, they cannot tip everything just yet. They need to be ready to go into Minnesota and have a few tricks up their sleeve to win that game. Alright, so we have San Francisco kicking off to Detroit. And here we go for divisional round weekend. Amir Abdullah fields the ball at the 7-yard line, takes it up to the middle, and tackled down just at the 28. Fairly good start. Now, what I would say is that I wouldn't want my top running back fielding kicks. That's the first thing I would think about. I just would not want him fielding kicks. Just not something I'd want to do. Now we've got some some defensive changes coming on. Looks like Darius slightly playing at the number 2 corner, possibly a matchup that he's looking to exploit there, but I cannot be sure. Apologies for the dead space here. Just waiting on the pause to resume. Alright, looks like we've got strong close into a 4-4 split look. Looks to be a counter weak coming. Counter is bounced out to the left, stuck on his fullback, and Amir Abdullah does not get anywhere. Cover one hole, very good run defense, especially coming out of what was a 4-3 look and not a 4-4 look. That was my mistake. They had the strong safety down in the box, basically making it a 4-4. You see the same thing as the slot corner moving in. Now it looks to be 3-4 or nickel 3-3-5. Stafford drops back to pass, hits the drag over the middle, looking to be another drive concept, flanker drive that we saw a lot coming out against Dallas. Against man coverage, you take the drag underneath. He's going to be running away. But now you got wide trips halfback, weak 4 wide. Into a dollar look, man blitz coming, crossing route over the middle to beat man against cover 2. Cover 2 man under, works perfectly. Eric Reed, the safety, moved into linebacker position, got hurt. He will be out for the rest of the game with a broken collarbone. But cover 2 man, again, not going to be great against the double inside, the 2 slant concepts. Slants will just tend to beat man. We've got pistol strong again. Look to see the run to the right. Strong side run. Looks to be another nickel 3-3-5 look. He sends the house on what looked to be a run commit, but it was blocked very well. It was dogs all go, so cover 0 blitz. Still picked up 5 yards. If you can pick up 5 yards rushing against cover 0, you've done a very, very good job. All right. Looks to be another 4-4 split look. Play action pass to be coming. Stafford drops back, looks to find Plackmeyer, but does not win the one-on-one coverage battle. Honestly, it's a bad throw by Matt Stafford there. If he brings the ball, throws it down and away to the corner, probably picks that up. 3rd and 5, again a 4-4 split. Looks to be drag fork. Stafford drops back, does not hit the wide open running back, but then takes the deep shot at the post, beating the cover 2. That was risky, but it worked out. You know, the deep post against cover 2 is a good read. And the user did not take it away, so we're in good shape. Stafford in a gun split look. User almost sacked. Took the play action, thought it was a run, shot the gap, but instead of chasing the play action, just went straight for the quarterback. Very good user play. Unlucky for San Francisco. We look to be in I-Form Pro. Another 4-4 look or a 3-4 look. Toss right. Good spin by Abdullah. Gets up field. Gains 2 yards. Takes what could have been a loss of 5. Turns it into gain of 2. So we've got 3rd and 8 on the 15-yard line. Detroit in San Francisco territory. 5:25 left to go. Looks to be a nickel 3-3-5 look. Strong flood, a play that we see a lot coming out from Detroit. Stafford drops back to pass, then overthrows the tight end. Threw it too late, did not have his feet set. If he had just taken the quick throw, he might have gotten the first down, but double clutched it and then didn't set his feet, resulting in an overthrow from Matt Stafford. Unfortunate, his read was right, he just didn't have the timing on it, but we do have a good field goal from Detroit, giving us a 3-0 lead. Kickoff down to the 8-yard line, picked up by the San Francisco returner, brings it out to the 28. San Francisco will be down, start the first offensive drive. It'll be interesting to see what we get from San Francisco. Looks like we can get 3 wide, and likely Detroit comes out in a nickel set, nickel 2-4-5. We've got gun doubles. Inside zone call, Keaton, and good block shed off the Buck slant. He ran it right into the strength of that defense. Not a great call there. Well, great defensive call, not very good run stick from San Francisco. We got San Francisco in the black, Detroit in the white and silver. Looks to be a cover 1 zone look. We will see if San Francisco notices the corner route off to the weak side of the formation to see if they can beat this man blitz look. Play action to Gordon, dropping back, throws it over the top. Darius Slay, possibly the matchup that we were looking for. He takes out the deep shot. Good call, good coaching decision from Detroit. Looks to be cover 3 Mabel off to the left. Pistol doubles coming out. Tight end flex just a little bit. Drops back to pass. Only has the running back over the middle as a check down. Does not get rid of it. Halpert is nearly sacked. The corner strike against the cover 3 drop. Not going to work on one side. Takes a long time to develop. If you have a very good pass rush, it will not really work out in your favor. Punt coming from San Francisco. Abdullah back there to return it out to the 20. Cuts to the right. Good spin move. Makes it all the way out to the 28-yard line. Good 21-yard return from Amir Abdullah. So that's the positive of keeping your top running back as your returner. You're going to be electric in the return game. However, injury risk is not something that can be squawked at. So now we've got Detroit coming out at their own 21-yard line, up 3-0. All they need to do is be methodical, drive down the field here. Short passes against this 4-4 look that San Francisco's coming out in. Run up the middle, cuts right into the block shed, does not find the hole. So 4 rushes for 4 yards from Amir Abdullah. Not great in the rushing game. He's got to work it. Open it up with the passing game, get him out of that 4-4. And then once he comes out of the 4-4, you'll be able to run the ball consistently. Not going to be an easy job, though. Looks like we've got gun snugs flipped coming out. Bench getting called here from Detroit. Looks to be a nickel 2-4-5. Throws the underneath out route. Johnston makes a great catch, great read from Detroit, especially against the nickel blitz too. Great way to isolate that soft squat zone on the right-hand side. It'll drop with the corner route, leaving the out routes underneath on the bench concept. Very good way to attack cover 2. I expect a cover 0 blitz here from San Francisco. Looks to be a fullback dive or an ISO. Not sure how we're going to do here, 3rd and 2. Was a cover 0 blitz, toss to the right. Good blocking from the lead blockers there, the pulling guard and the fullback. It was Sam Will, a cover 0 blitz, and Abdullah gets the first down. A very good cat and mouse game going on here from Detroit and San Francisco. Looks to be a 4-3 cover 3 look here. Possibly cover 1 hole. It is cover 1. Throws it over the top. Plackmeyer does not get the catch. It was actually cover 3 match zone blitz, which is a very tricky look to beat. Looks like cover 1 at the start, but it is cover 3, so a lot of the man routes don't actually beat it because it's not a true man concept. Now we've got a 4-3 wide 9 look coming out. Stafford drops back to pass, throws the skinny post over the middle to Bowden. Great read, good throw against the cover 3 cloud. That gap in the cover 3 cloud is the one corner is playing a hard zone, a hard flat on that side. So he's not going to carry into the vertical stem routes that are like skinny posts. So you have the vertical stem of the skinny post, and as he breaks that off, there's a window between the vertical hook and the safety over the top. Great read there from Detroit. Play action pass. Stafford drops back to pass. Looks off the crosser over the middle. Throws it deep to Plackmeyer and gets broken up by the free safety over the middle, Keanu Neal. He did not bring the ball down enough. You need to throw that, really cut it hard under that free safety. If you leave it up in the air, you will get that broken up 9 times out of 10. Looks to be another 4-4 split look coming out from San Francisco. Pistol weak or pistol strong flips coming out from Detroit. Stretch to the right, cuts up the middle. Abdullah breaks a tackle, has room over the middle, and a very good run by Amir Abdullah. 17 yards, excuse me. Great run against the cover 2 invert. Amir Abdullah making his electricity known. That cover 2 invert look is a very, very good look to stop the run, but not that time. Looks like we've got nickel double A gap coming out from San Francisco. And misses with the user up the middle, but had the right idea, knowing the run was going to come from Detroit. Amir Abdullah quite gassed at this moment. I would look to pass the ball, have him potentially stay in for pass protection or sub him out for Theo Riddick, because keeping him in at this point is not doing him any favors. Looks to be Z-spot coming out against a 4-3 overlook. Has Abdullah underneath, throws Abdullah, and stiff arm gains 5 yards or so. That was Theo Riddick. I think he might have done a little bit better there after the catch. Now we've got 3rd and 8, 40 seconds left in the first quarter on the San Francisco 24. Detroit is driving. We've got nickel 3-3-5 wide. Stafford in wide trips halfback weak. Out route to Jones, but cannot get his feet in. Picks the rat catch instead of the possession catch, and we are out with another field goal from Detroit. 35-yarder, and a very good kick there from Detroit. 6-0, 19 seconds left in the first quarter. San Francisco still in the game. Bend but don't break. If he can make a drive here, he's got a shot. Return, ball taken at the 5-yard line, brings it out, gets stuck on a blocker, only makes it out to the 26, but an illegal block in the back brings him all the way back to the 17. So, unfortunate penalty there for San Francisco, but it's not as bad as it could be. He does have time. Looks to be coming out in gun split, close against a nickel 2-4-5 look. Play action pass, looks off the fullback, throws to a covered Jermaine Kearse. That was a very poor read from San Francisco. Got lucky that the Detroit DB did not cut underneath it. He had the fullback wide open underneath. Unlucky from Detroit. Again, just like Dallas, if he can keep San Francisco making these poor reads with confusion and capitalize on them, he will be able to win this game. But San Francisco needs to calm down, see his open reads, watch his checkdowns, and be able to make a play. Looks to be a pistol doubles flex. Hand off to Godden and Melvin Gordon. Wow. Excuse me. Only a yard on the inside zone split to nickel blitz 2. That's a good effective way to attack nickel blitz, but you have to attack the opposite side of the nickel blitzer. Seems to be gun ace, line, everything shifting to the right from Detroit. I would look to run to the left-hand side, drop back to pass, pressure over the middle, quick release, good quick firing from Halpert. Great play, hits the ace post, or the skinny post underneath the cover 1. That post, it'll break off. You have a tight window. You can fit that in there. Quick pressure coming from the Detroit defense right through the A-gap. So we've got a gun spread defense back into Detroit's nickel 2-4-5. Gun spread offense into Detroit's nickel 2-4-5. Halpert drops back to pass, blocking the halfback, throws over the middle, hits the crossing route, hits Curse, picks up 17, 18 yards. Great pass there underneath the cover 3 hard flat. You have two guys, 3 technically attacking that hook zone. So that hook zone on the left-hand side there is going to get stretched by the out route from the slot. It's going to stretch it vertically and then cut out. And then that slant and dig route is going to cut underneath it and be open. Now it looks to be strong, close, toss to the left-hand side, makes it to 31, 1-yard gain. Good containment there, great force play from the Detroit defense, and way to stop that from breaking into a bigger gain. We got 2nd and 9 from the 31-yard line, 6:22 left in the second quarter. Looks to be strong, close again. I would expect a pass out of it, play action potentially. Nope, handoff right up the middle. Detroit thought exactly what I did, and San Francisco got us both on it. Great play call there, way to keep people off balance and pick up some yards. Then we've got a 3rd and 3 on the 25-yard line, just over 5 minutes left in the first half. Crucial play here for San Francisco. He needs to pick up this first down. But if he does not that big of an issue. He will only be down 3. Looks to be a gun, wide trips halfback weak look. Looks to be nickel 2-4-5 again. Halpert calling out, reads, drops back, looks off the halfback, hits the seam route over the middle in traffic, but he holds on, makes the catch, busts the seam in the cover 2. Great look there with the dig concept, the high-low read, and then the streak to seam bust that cover 2. Very good play call there from San Francisco. Now it looks like we got I-form twin tight end. Power O off to the right-hand side, cuts it wide. Melvin Gordon picks up 4 yards. Now we've got 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Looks to be another gun ace look. Handoff to Melvin Gordon, goes to the weak side. Great tackling there from Killebrew. Way to stop him short of the goal line. So now we got 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Engage 8, a risky play call. If he had called a pass there, like I normally do from that position on the field, he probably would have scored. Now we've got single back doubles, single back normal. Halpert drops back to pass on the quick pass, picked off by Killebrew, and he could take this off to the house. Gets chased down by Jermaine Kearse, but Killebrew with a great play on the slant route there. Called the pass 1 play too late. Detroit was looking for it and capitalized on the read being not perfect. So now I've got another 4-3 look. Drops back to a pass. Sees Abdullah open on the left-hand side in the flat. Picks up 2 yards. Makes the safe check down read away from the cover 3 sky look. Looks to be nickel cover 3. Sorry, not 4-3. But, again, Detroit making the safe look, not taking risks, not throwing it into coverage. Now we got a nickel 3-3-5 look coming out to strong close. Looks to be play action coming from Detroit. Good user rush by San Francisco. Again, probably thought that it was going to be a rush play, but kept continuing past the play action straight to the quarterback. Unlucky that he doesn't get a sack there. Again, a cover 0 play. If you see cover 0 and you're calling play action, you can hold that right trigger and cancel the play action and then beat cover 0 with the man-beating routes you have called. Stafford drops back to pass, hits Plackmeyer on the crossing route. Great call from Detroit. Saints wide drag, kind of a verticals concept. It's 2 verticals, a crossing route, and an option drag over the middle. It's a very good play call, especially against cover 3 and cover 2. But well used to pick up the first down even after the sack. Looks like we've got pistol doubles, pistol trips. Looks to be audibling down to a run, even though the box is so stacked. Audibles to verticals. Play action, drops back to pass, throws to Bodden, and nearly gets picked off in the end zone. Not a great play call there. One-on-one shots this year are so finicky that when you've got a lead in the game, I almost don't take them unless they're very, very wide open. Alright, looks to be that we've got another nickel look, nickel normal look. Play action, not play action, hands it off to Abdullah. Abdullah cuts right, running east and west, tries to make a move upfield, only picks up 3 yards. Might have been 4-4 again. San Francisco is really, really stacking the box. 4-4, 4-6. Lots of crazy looks coming out from San Francisco to try and discourage the running game. Detroit really needs to open them up, get them out of that defensive style. Now it looks like we've got nickel 3-3-5 coming in against wide trips halfback weak. Drops back, throws the flat route to Johnston on a great read, dives out of bounds for the first down. Great read on strong flood, one of Detroit's favorite plays. Only way to beat it. Only way to beat it. Mabel. You got a Mabel outside of the field when he's in wide trips halfback weak. Comes out in iPro, but that does bring us to the 2-minute warning. Back to the strong flood. One of the great things about it is when someone calls a blitz and doesn't get the hard flat down, you do have an open bailout route that'll get you that many yards. Looks to be a stacked box. Play action, pass, throws the dig over the middle of Plackmeyer for a touchdown. Great call from Detroit there. You've got play action pass up against the cover 0 blitz. Play action fools the linebacker that's blitzing there trying to get to the quarterback. Goes after the halfback. Plackmeyer is good enough receiver that he breaks off on that dig route. Hard cut inside. Wide open with no safety help over the middle for a touchdown. You've got 13-0 with 1 minute and 56 seconds left in the half. San Francisco, if he does this properly, drives the ball all the way down the field, gets a score, leaves Detroit with no time left, and gets the ball right back at halftime. Got gun split close coming up against Nickel Blitz, and Nickel Blitz doing what Nickel Blitz does. No one open quickly enough on the halfback wheel, and nearly gets the sack. San Francisco cannot panic here. He really can't. We've got a dollar defense coming out from Detroit. Looks to be a screen. Good read on the screen by the user of Detroit. Gets right in front of it. Doesn't pick it off, but holds it to 3 yards instead of many, many more. Got 1 minute and 40 seconds. Clock still ticking for San Francisco. Looks to be wide trips halfback strong. Play fake. Looks to throw deep down the left-hand side. Darius Slay goes up. Nearly picks it off. As I said, you got to be looking to get the first down there. You can't be taking one-on-one shots. Even against, cover 3. You've got the divide shot there. You're going to get a one-on-one. But Darius Slay is so good that you can't be testing him when you need to get down there and score. Amir Abdullah fields the punt just inside the 30-yard line. We get a little bit of lag here, unfortunately. Amir Abdullah cuts to the left. One man to beat. Back juke. Amazing run stick there from Detroit. Amir Abdullah being as electrifying as he can be. 23-yard return. And we are getting a little bit of lag here from the stream. Unfortunate, but great return there from Detroit. Amazing back juke. To be nickel 245, nickel 245 even. Hands the ball off to Abdullah, cuts it up the middle for great yardage there on a first down run by Amir Abdullah. 8 yards on first down, just chewing the clock down. If I were Detroit, I would think about picking it up just a little bit, see if you can't get one more score in before halftime. Looks like we've got Pistol Ace coming out against another nickel 245 look. Drops back to pass. Stafford moving in the pocket, still dropping back, throws high over the middle to Plackmeyer, and he holds on even though he gets laid out by the strong safety. Great catch there by Plackmeyer. Got 40 seconds left in the first half. Clock still ticking. 13-0 Detroit on the San Francisco 24-yard line. I-form Pro coming out into nickel 245 again. Handoff up the middle, ISO, but great user play by the San Francisco middle linebacker to break that run up. Loss of 2, so 2nd and 12 on the 26. With 26 seconds left, Detroit calls a timeout to stop the clock. All right, Detroit lines up in gun, normal Y flex, so almost a gun spread look with the tight end in the right slot. Drops back to pass. It is a screen pass. Throws the screen. Abdullah in space. Gets chased down from behind. Great read from the San Francisco defensive tackle. Amazing play recognition there to stop the screen before he picks up major yardage. So we got 3rd and 9 on the 23-yard line. The only thing that Detroit cannot afford is a sack or a turnover right here. Stafford drops back to pass. Stays in the pocket. Throws to an open Riddick on the angle route. Cuts over the middle. And he's got the first down and a little bit more. Detroit uses their last time out, so 12 seconds on the 12-yard line. Funny how that works out. What I would do if I were Detroit is I would take a couple shots at the end zone at this point. You've got 12 seconds. Take one shot, maybe two if you've got a quick one, to the end zone and then kick a field goal. If you get in, you get in. If you don't, you don't. You cannot afford to be caught over the middle of the field here. You get caught over the middle of the field, you get nothing. You shoot at the end zone and it's incomplete, you still have a shot at 3, which would put you up 2 scores. All right, we've got a tight single back normal. Drops back to pass and incomplete. 8 seconds left. Almost, he's very unfortunate he wasn't sacked there. But I think he's going to take the field goal now and not try and take one more shot at the end zone. Likely the smart decision. We will have, pending the field goal, 16-0 at halftime with 5 seconds left to go. So Detroit up 2 scores over San Francisco, 16-0. Kickoff, full length out the back of the end zone. So San Francisco's got one play really. Try and take it over the top. If I'm Detroit, I go quarter 3 deep. Just back everyone up. Just say, there's no way you're beating me down here. You know, you're not even going to get into field goal range. We're going to rally and make a tackle before you can get there. Looks like San Francisco's taking his time, choosing what might be the right play. If I were him, hand the ball off, get to the second half. Don't risk a sack, fumble. Don't risk an interception. Hand the ball off, run it up the middle, get the ball back. Don't try and, you know, put all your eggs in one basket. Should be a tight gun formation with 2 receivers left to the right and the tight end. Motion, snap the out receiver, and sacked by Keaton. Again, that's what he could not risk. If he had fumbled there and it was picked up and returned for a touchdown, that is, I don't want to say the end of the game, but pretty darn close. And here we go, start the second half, much like we ended it. Kickoff bouncing off the crossbar. And San Francisco taking over at their 25-yard line. This is not impossible for San Francisco. It's not 28-3. He's got a shot, but he needs to be methodical. He needs to work his reads, and he needs to make a few plays if he's going to get himself back into this game. Cover one look against Detroit against the run. Melvin Gordon stretched to the left, picks up 4 yards. Ran it on the weak side of the blitz. Good stretch call, good blocking up front from San Francisco. Makes second and manageable versus second and long. Looks like we've got a 3-4 look coming out from Detroit. Single back ace coming out from San Francisco. Interesting alignment there from the quarterback. Hands off to Melvin Gordon up the middle. Gets two, maybe 3. So now we've got 3rd and 4. 3rd and medium coming up for San Francisco. I don't want to say it's time to abandon the run game, but it's getting close. He needs to start making some plays. I'm not an advocate of not running the ball, but, you know, you get 4 on first down. Try and pick up 5 or 6 through the air on second down. If you have to, run it on third down. Nickel 2-4-5 up against gun split. Throws over the middle. Looks like he threw it to the halfback. However, Curse finds it over the middle on the dig route. Good way to stretch those cover 2 hook zones over the middle. Find 18 yards. Great pass from San Francisco. 1st and 10 on their own 49-yard line. So we gun snugs with a down tight end and a 3-point stance. Drops back to pass, throws the out route to Curse, and he's broken it for a lot of yards. Tries to hurdle, picks up 42 yards on that out route against cover 1. Very good call there from San Francisco. Good read, nice throw, and Curse bringing the ball a lot farther than I thought he would. Single back normal, gun normal. Halfback handoff up the middle, inside zone against cover 1. Gets 1 yard line, 1 yard. Not great, only up to the 18-yard line. Cover 1 again, a very, very good run defense. Gun normal again. Gordon off to the right. Kajust also off to the right. Drops back to pass. Halfback open over the middle, but halfback open over the flat. Throws the pass over the middle, intercepted by Killebrew for the 2nd time. He looked off the halfback on the flat, just had him on a flare route, wide open, stretched the field with those 2 verticals with the halfback wide open underneath. Looks him off, tries to make the big play over the middle, and throws a 2nd interception. Now we've got single back ace up the middle. Abdullah with some great cuts through the line to make something out of nothing. 5 yards gained against the Overstorm Brave blitz. Very good run stick there from Detroit. The game is in his hands now. All he needs to do is make the safe call, rush the ball, call safe plays, but he's not going to do that. He calls play action, rolls to the left, hits the crosser over the middle. The user does not see Bowden going over the middle, tracks the wrong crosser as he's going through. PA boot did work. The user middle linebacker there could have left the first crosser because it was crossing out of his zone and into the next and dropped back, and he would have been able to make a play on that ball. Looks to be another 46. Is 46 coming in against iForm Pro. Toss right, and great run defense there from San Francisco. Linebacker comes in, breaks up that sweep before he can break it to the outside edge. Very good play call. You see a lot of aggressive blitzing coming out from San Francisco, trying to create turnovers, trying to make something happen. However, if Detroit can recognize it, it can burn him very bad. This will be another 4-6 alignment. Very interesting alignment. Drops back to pass. Stafford, user rush and sack from San Francisco. Detroit was not expecting the user rush off the left-hand side. Gets the block shed, makes a great rip move underneath, and sacks Matt Stafford. Now we got 3rd and 26. Stafford just has to try and pick up some of the yardage, keep the clock ticking, and make sure that he can get the punt away without issue. Looks to be a screen, and sacked again because of a great user coverage on the screen. Instead of throwing one of the other routes on the screen play, he gets sacked again. 4th and 35, sacked on 2 consecutive plays. Not good from Detroit. Maybe this spells momentum swinging back to San Francisco. But a great punt from Sam Martin. from in his end zone out to the 23-yard line. That is a 75-yard punt, 78-yard punt. That is amazing. Well done from Sam Martin. Way to swap the field. I apologize. I like punting. All right, we got nickel 2-4-5 coming out against Y trips flex. Looks to be cover 2-man look. Handoff over the middle. Cuts to the right, but gets a block shed there from Detroit's outside linebacker and does not pick up a yard. Loses 1 on first down. 2nd and 11 coming up from their own 22. 2 minutes and 28 seconds coming out. Gun split close versus nickel 2-4-5. Calling out signals. Motion to the right from the tight end. I expect to see halfback. Ooh, that's not halfback wheel. That is interesting. He motioned the wrong guy. It's a very interesting call. Nickel blitz comes in and does what nickel blitz does. Halpert does not have enough time. That's why you need that flare route. You motion the halfback to that side and make it a drag, but you leave that table flare route off on that side to be your hot read. Now you've got gun spread coming out. Gordon to the right-hand side. Flare underneath, wide open. Does finally throw the flare out, and Gordon breaks for long yardage and is still going. So he makes the read he should have made on his last drive, and he hits it for 40 yards. Now, I don't want to say I know what I'm talking about, but sometimes I know what I'm talking about. The post route over the middle was covered. He looked it off, throws to the underneath wheel route, and ends up picking up a large gain. Gabriel hurtling over the defensive back, picks up 20 on bench switch against man. Bench, a great call against man. Those underneath out routes will always almost get separation. And then, great play after the catch there by Gabriel. It's begun snugs again. Halpert calling out signals from the line. Minute and 10 seconds left. He drops back, looks left, throws the cross over the middle into Slay, and Slay makes a great hit. Drops the ball. He had the drag off to the right-hand side as well as the flare off to the right-hand side, wide open, but looked them off in favor of a larger pass. Nickel 2-4-5 coming out from Detroit. Looks to be a gun normal look from San Francisco. Halpert barking out signals. Minute and 6 seconds on the 18-yard line. 2nd and 10. Drops back to pass. Has the halfback open. Looks him off. Rolls right. And is running for the first down. And more. Gets all the way down to the 1-yard line by Jim Halpert. Great rush there by the San Francisco quarterback. Shades of Colin Kaepernick. The 1st and goal on the 1. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. 20 left in the play clock. Looks to be I form twin tight end. Toss left and gets stopped before the goal line. Dion Lewis does not have the power behind him to get into the end zone. Now, if it's me, I'm checking down to Wildcat, trick formation. You got to do something to get into the end zone because last time you were down here, you threw an interception. You can't risk that again. Looks to be gun spread again. Rolls to his right and is rolling forward. Throws and nearly picked off again. San Francisco does not look to have their red zone offense in sync, especially their goal line offense. We've got 1 minute left in the third quarter, so our last play in the third quarter is 3rd and goal from the 2. Looks to be pistol trips off to the right-hand side. Halpert drops back to pass, rolls right, and throws nearly another interception. And now we're going to have 4th and goal from the 2 as our first play of the 4th quarter. San Francisco either does not have red zone offense or Detroit has locked it down with his red zone defense or a combination of the two. But it does not look good for San Francisco now. Of course, we see the quarterback on the field. They are going for it. Looks to be another pistol Y trips look. Pinching the line, shifting his linebackers to the right. Halpert barking out signals. Drops back to pass again. Throws the trail route over the middle. And he keeps his feet in bounds. 4th and goal. Gets it on wide trail. The back of the end zone. Pierre Garçon hopefully keeping his feet in bounds. It is under review. And it was a touchdown. Well done by Pierre Garçon there. to keep San Francisco in the game. Now it looks like he's going for it again to make it a one-score game. Got an empty backfield look from San Francisco. 3 down linemen. 4-man rush from San Francisco. Rushes right, throws over the middle on the run, and gets it to Melvin Gordon. It is now a 16-8 game. We have a ball game, folks. Morstead in for the kickoff out the back of the end zone. And we will have Detroit taking over on their 25-yard line. Detroit needs to control the clock. Run the ball, short passes, stay in bounds, pick up first downs, be methodical about it, and they can ride their way home. A field goal here is enough if you chew enough clock. But he needs to chew that clock. Now, we should expect to see a lot of that 46 that San Francisco's been running. Play action pass, wide open flat route, does not throw it, and sacked. Gotta be quick on those reads. Matt Stafford does. Just does not make that read to the wide open flat route. He had the tight end cutting across to the left-hand side. Didn't dump the ball off. Takes a sack. We're now at 2nd and 16. Ball stayed in the air, though. Didn't hit the ground. Could be worse. Clock's still ticking. Got drag under. Causes an offside neutral zone infraction from San Francisco with the hard count. Good use of the hard count there. Brings it back to 2nd and 11 versus 2nd and 16. So it's more manageable, but not perfect. Comes out in the same exact play against the same 46 look. Stafford drops back to pass. Throws the out corner route to Jones Jr. Keeps his feet in bounds and picks up the first down. Well called. Good read against the cover one. Great throw. Great catch from Jones. Keeping the feet in bounds. Keeping the game moving. Now you've got a strong close look against double A-gap pressure coming out. Counter left and keeps it going left. Abdullah's got space. And great spin move there from Amir Abdullah. Gets to the 50-yard line. Picks up the first down. Keeps the clock ticking against the double A-gap nickel dog Meg. Very interesting play call there. Nickel dog Meg. Got pistol ace coming out against nickel 245, nickel normal. Looks to be another cover 0 look coming in from San Francisco. Stafford barking out signals. Hands off left. Abdullah's got space. 5 yards on the first down carry. Bring it to 2nd and 5. Keeping the clock ticking. San Francisco audibled out into a Tampa 2 shell. Never going to be great to stop the run. You know, Tampa 2. But Detroit is doing exactly what they need to do. Control the clock. Looks to be wide trips halfback weak. Strong flood coming out again from Matt Stafford. We will see if he hits the underneath route, which he does. Exactly why it's there. Tight end. First down picked up. And clock keeps moving. That's exactly why you need that underneath route to break the nickel blitz. That soft squat zone will carry the vertical route, leaving the flat underneath it to the tight end. Very good play call to beat nickel blitz. Looks like 3-3-5 wide. Looks like a cover 0 look. It is a cover 0 look. He runs on it, cuts to the left, and loses 3 yards. That's when you check into slants. You see those safeties so far up in the box, you can't be pounding it right through the middle. That's when I would take, a shot at going over the top of it. Looks to be nickel 3-3-5 wide again. Stafford calling out signals. Play action pass hits the crosser to Johnston. Johnston picks up the first down and more. Trips over the defensive back. Picks up 20 yards. Great call there from Detroit. And he is on his way to finishing this game out methodically and with control of the game. 1st and 10 on the San Francisco 23. Nickel 3-3-5. Looks to be another cover 0 look. I would check out of this as fast as I can. You got to block that halfback, though. Drops back to pass. Throws the drag route. Budden is open and picks up 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Close call there. Nearly sacked. I'd be looking for a slant, something even quicker than that drag. You got to have something that beats it. Snap, snap, snap. Looks to be strong close again. Cover 1 blitz is what looks like to be coming out here from San Francisco as those safeties, the strong safety rolls down to the box. Counter weak. Abdullah's got a lot of open space. Great tackling there from the defensive lineman out of San Francisco. Great play to stop a touchdown, but Detroit is getting exactly what they need. Controlling the clock, keeping the game in their grasp. All he needs to do now is not turn the ball over. I would, 3 runs and a field goal. That's what I'd be looking at. 2 runs and a field goal. Cover 0, check to slants. Check to slants right now. Check to slants. He doesn't get great lead block there from his fullback on the safety and picks up 4, does Murdoch. That was very, very good blocking there from the Detroit fullback to spring the halfback out for 4 yards and keep that from being a negative play. Now we've got 2nd and goal on the 6-yard line. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. 16-8. Detroit over San Francisco. Looks to be another cover 0 look. Again, I would check to slants. He's in goal line. Hands off to the right and loses 3 out of the 4 yards that Murdoch just gained. Again, San Francisco in that cover 0 look. You need to be checking out to some sort of pass. Come out in the same thing. Try and see if you're going to get another cover 0 look. But I think it might be too late. If I were San Francisco, I'd try and make it look cover 0 if I can, but come out in maybe a cover 2 invert. Something that's going to be more solid against the pass, and I think that's what he's done here. He's checked into an ISO weak. Hands it off. It was cover 0 a 3rd time. No gain. Gets the timeout called. We'll have a field goal. So it'll be 19-8. We'll make it a 2-possession game. Field goal is up. Kick is good right through the uprights. And San Francisco needs a quick score, an onside kick to stay in this game. Detroit is in the driver's seat. Kick fielded at the 6-yard line and comes out to the 26. Decent return there from San Francisco. If I'm Detroit, I'm going big boy defense. Dime, dollar. You cannot beat me over the top. Perfect time for cover 2 man. Just slow him down. Make it so that he cannot throw the ball over the top of you, because he does not have time to run it at this point. We've got I form strong close. Looks to be the dollar defense or big dime defense that I called out. Throws the out route, stays in bounds, does not get out of bounds. Clock will continue to tick. We've got hurry up offense coming out from San Francisco. Looks to be cover 3 drop coming out from Detroit. Halpert calling out signals, drops back to pass. Wide trail, throws over the middle into coverage and drops the ball, nearly intercepted off the tip. Minute and 28 seconds left, 3rd and 1. It is definitely 4-down territory for San Francisco. If I were Detroit, I would do the same thing. Stay in nickel, stay in dime. I don't care if he comes out and picks up this 1st down. You have to care if he's going to beat you over the top. Halpert flipping his formation, drops back to pass. Looks to be a mesh look, throws the corner, drags the toes, and gets out of bounds. That is what you have to worry about right now. The flood drive, getting in that hole between the corner and the safety of the cover 2. Very good play call there from San Francisco. It's the same thing he used to call Curse out and get the 40-yard completion earlier in the game. Halpert drops back to pass, throws the underneath, comeback, and Seamster picks it off, tiptoes the line, and he should take this all the way back, ending the game for Detroit. Pick 6 that closes San Francisco out of the playoffs. Underneath flat route, or underneath flat zone on the comeback is always going to win. Great call from Detroit, 26-8, and it looks like he is off to Minnesota to face the Vikings in the NFC Championship game, barring a miracle. Kickoff fielded at the 9-yard line. Chris Thompson takes it up to the 30. Again, not a worry. If I'm Detroit, big boy defense, bend, don't break. Let him, throw everything underneath that you want. Guard the sidelines, guard the end zone. That's all you need to stop. And it looks like San Francisco is just going to kneel this one out, knowing he has no shot to win. This is the playoffs, though. I mean, it's a respectful gesture, but in the playoffs, anything goes. I would not blame him for taking 6 or 7 shots at the end zone right now if he can. But it looks that Detroit is going to move on to the NFC Championship game to face, I think, will be Minnesota to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Well done by Detroit. Way to put the bread drive together and get that field goal at the very end, chew a lot of clock out of the game. And then at the very end, getting the pick 6 to seal it from Seamster. Give us our 26-8 final score as Halpert's just going to kneel it out here. Detroit has done a very good job these playoffs, these last 2 games, of making the opponents pay for bad reads. If he can keep his reads locked, if he can keep hitting his checkdowns, if he can keep running the ball like he has been, he will, in fact, face a very, be a very formidable challenge for the Minnesota Vikings. So as the clock ticks down here and the game ends, I hope you guys did enjoy this presentation of the MFL Divisional Weekend Round game from San Francisco, Detroit against San Francisco. Final score of 26-8, Detroit over San Francisco. And you guys have a great night.